Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, no ladies are watching this because this is going to be a video directly directed. What the fuck am I saying? This is going to be a video for the guys out there. More specifically, you guys out there who think you need to take gear to get big, right? Now, disclaimer before I even say anything else, if you want to look like this or this, you might need to dibble dabble in something, okay? These two pictures are me on the sauce, okay? But here's the other side. This is me natural. This is also me natural, okay? So, you have two choices, boys. You either want to push to the limits of looking like this, or if you want to look like this and you'd be satisfied, then maybe gear is not for you. But we're going to go into the specifics. I'm going to give you guys an honest perspective of someone who uses gear, okay? This is me on stage. I'm trying to get my pro card. I'm actually like 8 weeks out of nationals, so I'm dibble dabbling in some shit, okay? If you want to get your pro card naturally in the NPC, good luck. Maybe if you're black. If you're black, you might have a good chance. I'm only 50%, okay? So I'm gonna need 50% more gear. But here's another thing you guys have to realize. I was natural for 10 years before I hopped on gear. I started training at 14 years old. Okay? It's funny because I hopped on gear at 24. So literally 10 years exactly. It took me 10 years exactly training natural. Okay? A lot of you motherfuckers ain't gonna take that long. Okay? And look, I'm not here to preach about how long you should wait before you hop on gear or anything like that, but I'm just saying that's how long I waited. And again, this is not about promoting gear usage or steroid usage. I'm just gonna give you guys my perspective, my story, and by the end of this video, maybe you can make that decision for yourself. And before we go any further, I want to introduce a new guest, a very special guest. And she came in yesterday. You guys want to know who she is? She's beautiful. She's a dime. You guys ready? Here she is right here. Hey babe, come on screen. They want to say hi. I bought a whiteboard for you motherfuckers because you motherfuckers don't listen. Isn't she beautiful? She's still wrapped. She's still got the plastic on there. Should I use it for this video? Fuck it. Yeah, let's use it. Let's break her out. Let's pop the cherry. Hopefully there's no little kids watching this. But if you are a little kid watching this, then popping the cherry is probably a term you're not familiar with, and you don't need to. Anyway, we're gonna bust her open. So that was like undressing her, right? Throw her clothes. Now she's naked. She's naked. And this, we'll just call this her. This will be her vagina? No, this will be my dick. And this is the woman. Anyway, that's not important. Let's write some shit on the board so you motherfuckers can understand. So, this is gonna vary from person to person, but what is huge to you? What is huge? Is huge this? Is it this? It all depends. Okay? Now, if you want to go out looking like this, and you're on this video thinking about whether you should hop on steroids or not, then you might be a little retarded. Okay? Obviously, you're going to need it, right? But if you want to look like an Alex Eubank, or you want to look like a... Well, shit, I can't even use him. He's on gear now, too. Fuck. I feel like all these fitness influencers are on gear now. Guys, look, any natty guys out there, look, you don't need to use the gear. You can have great potential without the gear. I'm telling you, just off of the top of my mind, I can't think of any, but I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure there are, okay? Maybe you guys know some. The point is, right? depending on your perspective of huge, you may have to dibble dabble, right? Maybe have to dibble dabble with some testosterones, maybe in some debolinolos, some anadrolos, hopefully not no trembolones. Okay, that's a dangerous one. Don't stay away from the trembolones. Okay, I'm on trembolones right now. You see the fucking rage in my eyes? You want to be like me? Hopefully not. Be like yourself, motherfucker. But again, it all depends on what you want to look like. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you right now. If you're not a competitor, I personally don't think you should hop on gear. That's my opinion. Now, is anyone going to take that advice? Probably not, right? Guys like Togi didn't. This motherfucker doesn't compete, but he was blasting. And now he's a millionaire, right? And hopefully you guys don't use this as an example because this is not going to be you. Now, if you're a natural lifter, your progress is going to be very fast in the beginning, right? We call those newbie gains, right? But your progress is going to look a little something like this. So this is the beginning of your fitness journey, okay? This will be your newbie gains. You see how steep this line is? Now, you're going to reach a point where you start to kind of taper off. Then you will hit your natty plateau, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. For me, it took literally maybe like 7 or 8 years, okay? Now, to be clear, the first half of that, I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't really know how to eat. I didn't know how to train. So if you are someone who does know how to eat, you do know how to train, this line, right, will be steep here, but your plateau might be somewhere around here, right? It doesn't have to be all the way over here. Time is over here, and you may hit your plateau a lot sooner, okay? Now, here's the thing. The real question is, are you going to be satisfied with your natural potential, right? And let's be honest. We can't just throw the term natural potential out like that, like the majority of people hit that. The majority of you guys watching this video right now, and you're natural, a lot of you guys will not hit your natural peak. That's just the truth. You guys might get close to it, right? But you guys won't hit that natural peak. Now, if you're someone who is around that area and you're not satisfied with how you look, maybe gear has to come into play, okay? Again, it's going to depend on what you want. I'm telling you guys right now, your natural potential is way greater than you think it is, okay? I know you're small, you're probably skinny right now, and you probably think you can't look like this natural, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's possible. And until you go on that journey and you see your body changing rapidly, then it's going to be hard for you to visualize, okay? But your natty peak is going to be a complete transformation from what you look like right now. And I guarantee you, 90% of the guys are going to be satisfied with how they look. I'll tell you that right now. Again, the only reason I'm on gear is because I'm a competitor, okay? If I wasn't competing in shows, I would not be on gear. I'm going to be honest. For what? So I can risk my life to look good on Instagram? Look, man, again, I know it seems like I'm judging. If that's what you want to do, it's entirely up to you, right? But you got to weigh out the risk versus the reward. The health risk, guys, of gear is very, very, very serious. In fact, this kid was in the hospital, 2 days ago, right? Greg Doucette made a video on him today.
Believe how strong you are at 17. And so what do you think happens? Well, other kids who are 15 think, I want to be like him. And so they use steroids even younger. Then the 16-year-old does it, then the 15, then the 14, then the 13, the 12, and it keeps going. Pretty soon we're going to have 8-year-olds on steroids trying to keep up with the Joneses. It has to stop.
That could be you. That could be you, all right? Don't let this shit get to your head, boys. You don't got to be huge. What you're really looking for is you just want some muscle on your frame, okay? Great, you want some muscle. lock in on your diet, lock in on your training, get a coach. In my opinion, get a coach. I do coaching. If you want me to be your coach, fill out that form in the description, but you can go get another coach to help you with everything. But the point of the coach is that, you know, you'll take 10 years to figure this shit out, but when you have a coach, it'll take you like 2 years, right? So if you got the little bit of extra money, you want to fast track your progress, get a coach. They will lock in your nutrition, your training, your recovery, so that you can get to your goal a lot faster, okay? And then if at that point you feel like you want to get bigger, you want more muscle, then, you know, you could transfer over to the dark side. But I'm telling you guys right now, man, you think you want it, and you think you may need the gear, but I'm telling you right now, when I looked like this, I was pretty fucking satisfied. I really was. The only reason I hopped on gear, again, not to sound like a broken fucking record, but because I was competing and I want to win, and I'm getting my pro card in 8 weeks. So that's why I'm popping these fucking Anadrols. I was about to put it on screen, but I don't want to get demonetized. I literally have them right here. Popping these Anadrols and these... Actually, no, these aren't Anadrols. Anavars. Not that it's any better. Doing all these fucking drugs. Just so we can get a fucking card. Look, if you're not in that boat and you just want to get bigger, then take this gear shit out of your mind. You don't need it. You don't need it. Okay? And this is coming from someone on gear. Right? Same with Greg. Greg will tell you. Greg abused steroids for over 20 years. Or whatever the fuck he said. 10 years, 20 years, 30, I don't fucking know. But Greg is also one of those people where he preaches to kids that you don't need gear to have a great physique. You don't, guys. You really fucking don't. So the conclusion. If you want to be huge like a fucking pro bodybuilder, obviously you're gonna have to need fucking gear, okay? But if you have no ambitions to be a big bodybuilder or competing, you just want to look fucking jacked and great and have muscle in the six pack, bro, just focus on your nutrition, focus on your training. Maybe the progress is not going to be as fast, but it's more rewarding that way anyway. And then when you do have it, you're going to appreciate it a lot more. Right? Think about your goals, guys. Do you want to be jacked and unhealthy and on the risk of fucking dying? Or do you want to be healthy, look good, maybe take a little bit more time to get there, but at least you don't got to worry about having a fucking heart attack? Okay? Then I would definitely take that fucking route. I don't know, that's just my opinion, but again, I'm not here to make decisions for you guys. I'm just trying to weigh out the two options to see, just so you guys can see if it's worth it or not. Focus on the grind. Get to your natural peak first. Do not try to fast track your bodybuilding progress with steroids. You better get your ass in the gym, train your ass off, diet your ass off, hit your natural peak first, and then if you want to come to the decision where you stick a needle in your arm multiple times a fucking week and pop fucking drugs like Skittles, then hey, that's your fucking decision, okay? But I'm telling you guys right now, you probably ain't gonna fucking need it. Just saying. If you learned something, leave a like, subscribe. If you have any questions about gear or if you should take it, drop a question below. I'll make sure to answer them. I'll try to keep it real. I keep it 100 over here, right? You can look at all the comments on all of my other videos. I don't sugarcoat shit, okay? So if you have questions, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next motherfucking video. Goodbye.